the James G. King Alpaca Industry Recognition Award. This award, created in 2012, was named in honor of Jim King, a longtime member and board member of both the Alpaca Owners and Breeders Association and Alpaca Registry, Inc., who passed away unexpectedly on April the 5th, 2012. Each year when this award is given, the story of Jim's life and his dedication to the alpaca industry is told. Jim was born on August 5th, 1935, in San Francisco. He graduated from Phillips Exeter Academy, Yale University, and Harvard Business School. At Yale, he was an All-American lacrosse player, and he later played for many seasons at the Boston Lacrosse Club. Jim and his family lived in Wellesley, Massachusetts, before moving to New London in 1992. He spent most of his career in the Boston area as a financial analyst and portfolio manager, working many years at David L. Babson Company. Later, Jim worked at New London Trust and Charter Trust. In 1992, he and his wife, Sue, established Skyview Alpacas. Working the farm allowed him to explore one of his passions, a love of animals. He spent a great deal of his time helping to grow the alpaca industry. He was involved in regional and national alpaca organizations, serving on both the boards of directors of Alpaca Owners and Breeders Association and the Alpaca Registry, Inc. In retirement, Jim was able to embrace new activities as well as become more active in many areas. His love of singing led him to joining the North Country Chordsmen, a barbershop chorus. His love of sports began when he played soccer and lacrosse in prep school and college, and coached his sons through many years of soccer, and was rekindled with tennis, paddle tennis, and sailing. Jim was an active member of the Rotary, the Boys Club, and Lake Sunapee Yacht Club. He was a longtime camper at AMC's 3 Mile Island camp at Winnipesaukee. At the time of his passing, Jim was serving the alpaca industry as treasurer of the Alpaca Registry, Inc. He was a strong advocate for the alpaca industry and its members, with the goal of having every organization he was involved with maintain the highest level of professionalism and service, while continuing to invest in the future of the industry. And I will say a personal note here. In 2012, Darby and I met with both boards and did face-to-face meetings, and Jim was at both of those meetings. And really, I may have this story wrong, but I think he actually had a board meeting and then passed away later that night or the next day. So, I mean, he was truly serving as he passed. The James G. King Industry Recognition Award is awarded jointly by AOBA and ARI boards of directors to a person or persons who has given of themselves exceptionally and consistently toward the betterment of the alpaca industry. This year's recipient of the James G. King Award Industry is Laurel Shouvlin. And so, thank you. So, we did our own little lion to get here. I called Amanda a few weeks ago and I said, we're going to do this thing, and I'm going to tell Laurel that you're being awarded and that you need to get her to the banquet. Laurel and Amanda said, and of course Amanda said, I'm going to give her a hard time. I'm like, no, I need you to get her here Don't give her too hard of a time. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit about Laurel Shouvlin. Quite a bit, no. Laurel Shouvlin and her husband Tim have been raising alpacas for 27 years on Bluebird Hills Farm in Springfield, Ohio. Laurel has been fascinated with the camel family since her childhood and has enjoyed working with natural fibers, learning to weave, spin, knit, all during her high school years. All facets of the alpaca industry appeal to her, including husbandry, fiber arts, vet medicine, breeding, and birthing, and the show ring. She first considered becoming a judge after volunteering as a ring steward at several shows. Laurel began her judging journey in 2007, and I was there because it was my first judges clinic in December of 2007, and I had all of these apprentices, and so we journeyed together. She finished her certification for halter fleece and performance, and she has evaluated North American alpacas and their fleeces in several international alpaca competitions. Laurel has served as editor and publisher of the Ohio Alpaca Breeders Association magazine, Ohio Alpaca Life, as a director for ARI and AOA and the Surrey Network. Laurel was elected to the ARI Board of Directors in 2009 and served through the merger work of 2012 and 13 and the merger work of 2014. She served as part of the combined board of ARI and AOBA, and then on the new AOA, too many A's in all of this, the AOA board until 2019. Darby and I were talking on the phone the other day, and he said, well, you know, you should count up how many board members she's worked with. 25. She has recently worked with the Youth Committee to help author the Youth Handbook, a book of activities and information for youth and their leaders. And she'll be actually doing that on Sunday with the youth that are here in our judge training with the youth. She's judged walking fleece here at this show. Laurel manages in between her alpaca world to spend time with her children. She just returned from a trip visiting a daughter that lives in Namibia, Africa. And immediately when she got back to town, she began calling me because she's helping me put together some of the workshops for this summer at our NEFC. By the way, come. It's going to be great. She also enjoys singing in her church choir. She talks to me all the time about practices. I think she likes to practice. I think she does actually sing, and has for many years served as an official mentor to individual at-risk youth, which I just learned on a phone call from her recently. Laurel spends time in care of her many species of animals, which for many years included a camel on her farm. I always thought that was interesting. If she has a block of time, she's going to fill it. Her time and dedication to the industry has been paramount as she has served and is continuing to serve in many aspects. Please join me in giving a hand to Laurel.
Well, that's way too much yakking. And I don't think you understand how honored I am. This is such a great group of people. And years ago when I was a physician assistant, I had to quit to be a mom, and best decision I made. But in doing that, I gave up the contact with patients on a regular basis and the challenges of using your brain. And alpacas kind of saved me from a loneliness and a lack of interaction with people, and met the need of creativity with the fiber and interacting with people through all the activities that we can be involved in. This is such a great industry, and we are so incredibly blessed, and obviously I'm very blessed to have received this today, so thank you very much.
Congratulations, Laurel. You've put in a lot of work over the years, and we're so happy to honor you with the James G. King Award.